Jay from GameSkinny. We're going over best formatting practices in this video because, as we all know, well-considered formatting makes for beautiful and more readable articles. So, this graphic really is the crux of this entire concept. People scan web pages, you scan web pages, I scan web pages, looking for relevant information. So first, I'm going to scroll up and down the page looking for something, and if I find what I'm looking for, then I'm going to read left to right and actually read what's there. We have the stat at the bottom. Most people get 28% of the words on an average visit. 20% is more likely. Keep this in mind. This is really important. Here are two great little graphs to also illustrate some of this point. Most people do not scroll. They'll check to see if an article is what they're looking for, then immediately bounce. Most people will scroll through about 50% of the content on a page, and even more will at least see all the video and photo content. Now, we're actually going to expand what you see to not only video and photo, but also to headlines. People are going to scan, people are going to see headlines and headings and general visual landmarks on a page. So people are going to look at an article and decide quickly, within a couple of seconds, if this article is worth their time and if it's what they're looking for. If they can't confirm it, they're going to bounce away, they're going to click out of your article. Now, key word here is confirm. You might have an article that is just 10 paragraphs, no formatting, and it's exactly what someone wants, the information, but if they can't tell because there's no formatting, then they're not going to be able to glean quickly that this is what they're looking for. So present information clearly and directly using visual landmarks. A visual landmark, just think about a normal landmark like on the horizon or something large. A landmark is somewhere for a reader to rest their eyes. It could be something that stands out during a scan, ideally. It's something that will break up a wall of paragraphs. It could be a marker of progress, like a number of steps. It could signal a shift in topic or section, and it could generally provide visual context. So what are these visual landmarks? Well, very practically, it's these things you see on your screen right now. In the left-hand column, we have all things that you can do to words that you've written to provide visual landmarks. So even though they're words, and we're talking about visualization, words can still be formatted in ways to attract someone's eye. Those are all great things. Additionally, images, GIFs, videos, widgets, tweets, anything like this, anything that's actually an image or an interactable piece of media, these are also great visual landmarks that will break up a page, provide a little organization, and give your reader something when they're scanning to look at and to gravitate their eyes to. Widgets in particular could be interactable, which is a great way to get people to spend a little more time. So, the quick tips before we dive into some examples. Don't bury the good stuff. Don't just have walls and walls of text. Make sure that your text is broken up properly. But also, don't overdo your formatting. You can have too much formatting and it will really hurt you because someone might be overwhelmed by the formatting and they'll click away. You gotta find the happy medium. Don't forget your scanners. Most people scan pages. When was the last time you actually read an article full, top to bottom, first word to last word, in order on the internet? It's probably been a long time, unless you're a special case. Most people do not do that. They just scan and look very quickly. Do highlight relevant information. When you are using visual landmarks, maybe you have a heading or subheading, make sure that those, especially the words, are actually telling your reader, telling your scanner, hey, this section is about this particular thing. This is what you're looking for. Read this paragraph or these two paragraphs in particular. Do get creative. This might seem a little restrictive. Sure, there's a lot here, but you could, for example, have an image with text on it. Maybe a tiny infographic or graphs or an image that has a bulleted list on it of things to do. There's a lot of options that you can play around with, and there's a million things that you can embed that could all help your posts. Do aim to please your readers. Once someone scans to the appropriate place, make sure your actual writing that they have scanned to is perfect, because once someone finds what they're looking for, you want to make sure that the writing itself is actually good, so they actually get and absorb that thing that they're after. So that's the slideshow portion of this. Now we're going to jump into a couple of quick examples, and I have some articles pulled up. Oh, that's not an article. Here is an article. This is an editorial piece about maintaining continuity in your community. Now, this could have been just text and nothing else. It could have just been paragraph after paragraph, but instead, we have headings and we have images that help to break up the text and provide sections and visual landmarks of things to draw your eyes to. And each heading in this case is a new topic along the headline of maintaining continuity. Here's another great example. This is an article about downloading and registering for Blade & Soul China, which is, as you can imagine, a Chinese game. So we have a subheading here and a little table of contents with bulleted numbers, and then every heading is one of those steps from that table of contents, and it goes through each and everything that you need. It uses bolding to highlight some specific links or important things. It uses images to show you the actual process. In this case, it's very helpful because this game is all in Chinese, and if you don't understand Chinese, this is exactly what you're looking for. So, really good example of how to use numbers in an article. Here is another pretty simple but successful example of using formatting correctly. Here we have Five Nights at Freddy's screenshots that you might not have seen, and it's about 13 images with a very specific formula. We have a number, we have the name of whatever the rare lore piece is, and which camera to look at. So very clearly representing the most informational points to organize this post into sections. Then we have the actual image itself, the screenshot, and then if I'm scanning, I find this and I want to read. So this is that top to bottom, left to right. Then I have something that I can actually read and explain what's going on. So very simple, and this is just the same formula 13 times, and it's very effective. You can scroll through this pretty quickly, scan, and maybe find something, oh, I didn't know about that one. That's interesting. I'm going to stop here, stop my scanning, and read. Now on GameSkinny, we make this pretty easy for you. Here's the post, and up in your editing ribbon up here, we have your bold, italics, strike through, styles. This is how you do article headings, subheadings, and pull quotes. We have your left, middle, right. You can add links in here. You got existing content finder, which is another video. Here's how you put in images and videos, block quotes, bullets and numbers, and if you're going to embed something, you can just press the HTML button, drop in the embed code, hit update, and it will show up. So that's the very basics. Formatting's awesome. Formatting will completely upgrade your articles and make them so much better. Even if they're great, proper formatting is going to make them even better. So keep it in mind. Keep this image in your head. People scan first, then they read if they take interest in what they scan. So, format. Very important. Take the time to do it because it really will enhance your posts. So, I'm Jay. Thank you for watching. Have a nice one.